Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I'm not gonna lie, things have gone a little pear-shaped. There's no doubt about that. The reason for that, of course, is because we kind of have two major events on us at the same time here, and we can't really deal with either of them. Now, the Grey Tempest, that's the word I was looking for. The Grey Tempest ships over here went off into the Neborite Annihilators. We should assume that they are dead. Absolutely. I did order... I feel like I ordered, after the episode ended, I ordered a science ship to go through Yanok's Maw because the Dystopian Unity is there. I feel like I don't want that anymore, but I must have actually not saved that. Okay, well that's probably for the best. So I guess that didn't happen. Sounds good. And we're also being attacked by the Chosen of the Great Khan down here. They came straight for us. And here's the thing. What do we need right now? We need time. And why do we need time? One could ask. The reason that we need time right now is because we had the rule about only settling things that are ocean world or special worlds. So we ended up being a bit behind the curve. That was always expected. What was not expected was that we would have this many hostile enemies around us. However, we can get protection. At least temporary protection. It will mean changing things up a little bit, but we can always submit to the Great Khan. This is something that we could do. Minus 10% energy credit income, minus 20% mineral income, and minus 30% naval cap. The Slurpanor Horde will grow more powerful. I feel like we don't have a choice. I feel like we have to do this. This is certainly not ideal. This is not what we would prefer. But they will give us some temporary security. Emphasis on the temporary. We accept your terms. I feel like we don't really have a choice. Now, we're going to work our way out of that. We cannot rebel until 1 year has passed since submitting to the Great Khan, but we definitely will rebel against them. Now is not the time, and these guys will become allied in just a moment, so no worries there. Now, all we've got is this Tempest Shoal fleet. Perhaps they're going up to attack the Space Elf League. We would be okay with that, although they would go through the Devasa station, which would not be ideal for us. Let's see what their plan is right now. Where are they going? They're just kind of sitting there. Oh no, they're moving. Formation of the Galactic Council. Okay, so yeah, these guys are... Did I accidentally load up an autosave? This is like slightly before the end of the episode. Okay, well, the puppeteers finally revealed themselves. I must have accidentally loaded an autosave. That's why things are slightly strange. But there's not really an issue here. The Horde has established a base in Haven Sky for our protection. The Slurpanor Horde has established a large military space installation in the Haven Sky system, defended by a sizable garrison fleet. The secondary role of this base appears to be to encourage us to fulfill our obligations as a satrapy, and to oversee the recruitment of Pictlings to serve in the Great Khan's battle fleets. As the Great Khan commands. So, yeah. That's actually not that powerful. That's only 18k in total. Interesting. We could definitely, we could almost take that on right now, but we're definitely going to need to ramp up a little bit. Now, like I said, the one thing that submitting to the Slurpanor Horde does for us is it buys us time. That's incredibly important right now. So, what are these guys doing? They're heading up to the system that they skipped. Okay. It's not very efficient for them, and that's good. We're in favor of that. They're going to take this system, and from there, what are they going to do? Well, we don't know. This construction ship has finished up. If they come up this direction and head back to the L Gate, I'm concerned about going into Sjoberg, because I think that that might cause them to divert and go up over here. They might be heading back to Sabtrok. That's a possibility. Now, we're continuing to build over here. And of course, we have these pirates, which are really not helping our energy credits to an absurd degree. We're going to sell off a few more rare crystals to buy ourselves a few months to get up there. How long is it going to take? 219 days. Yeah, that's rough. No doubt about it. We'll bump up to fast speed here. Yep, they're definitely heading in there. So the Destican Unity has just made a claim on us. Here's the question. They have overwhelming tech. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. But here's the question. Would the Slurpanor Horde defend us if they declared war on us? I'm guessing so. But I don't actually know that. I'm guessing they would defend us. But we'll see. Okay, the Destican are continuing to claim systems. This is unsurprising. We do need to continue to ramp up our defenses over here, although with their technology level, we're not really expecting the Destican to have too much trouble getting through that. If it comes to it, we're going to be relying on the Slurpanor to defend us. Hopefully they actually will. This is going to be very interesting for sure. So these guys are pushing through here. This is completely expected. And there's Empire Sprawl from buildings reduction, or from districts rather. That's very good for us. I think that we need to go for things like, I mean, the destroyer hull points would not be awful. That would be fairly quick. So we'll go ahead and do that. 22 months on that. Excellent. Hang on, they're heading northward? They are heading to Nimalan. They might be coming back to Sabtrock, and that's a concern if they are. We'll see. Now, this is just our transport, or rather just our patrol fleet over here. I'm not necessarily expecting that they win, but we'll see. Maybe they do. Kind of depends on how we roll, but probably not going to. While it cannot be denied that the intoxicating effects of Sugalia Prime's atmosphere are enjoyable and even helpful in some cases, there is pressure from the more conservative parts of the Democratic Association of the majority of the Pictlings to crack down on the possibly addictive gases. Sure, we can go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll research that. That is going to delay our engineering a little bit. Now, our naval cap is not helpful, that's for sure. But we have taken out a few of their ships. And they haven't managed to take out any of ours yet.
A new port to call home.
Okay, so this absolutely needs to get a gene clinic. Again, we need to get caught up, and that is something that we are working on doing. We should probably just retreat this. Okay. There we go. Now, where did this fleet go? We have sensors over here, right? Maybe we don't. Maybe they're in Finn and we don't have sensors there. That's a possibility, I suppose. We should assume that's true? That they're in here? But if they're not, then this is huge. I have no idea where they would have gone. They would have had to, like, I don't know, disband the fleet? I don't think they have access to jump drives. So, where would that be? We can't really move into Sjoberg until we're sure that they're not in Finn. We do have gravitic sensors, don't we? We do. Sensor range of 2. So, 1, 2. We should know that they're not there. Where did they go? Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm certainly confused by this. Ah, there they are. We just didn't have sensors on them while they were in transit, I guess?
Project done.
Okay, Sugalia Prime has been cleansed of its intoxicating elements, and it looks like they're not moving to Sjoberg. They're in fact... Oh, we need to get energy credits. That is very necessary right now. We'll just do that temporarily. Okay. So we're engaging these guys. We're not expecting any difficulties here. We should be able to beat them fairly handily. Excellent. And of course our naval cap is a problem. No doubt about that. Okay. We need to sell off some minerals to make sure that we're not taking that malice to our shields. And we're going to take out the pirate station here. Excellent. Okay. So month tick again. Yeah, this is going to keep happening for a little bit here. For sure. Okay, now we need to look at the piracy situation. Okay. Piracy has reached its maximum value over here. Yeah, there's going to be some pretty major piracy effects here. We can see Hotram is actually the problem here. Where's Hotram? Right, so we're losing a lot of our trade value over this way. We're also losing a lot of value from Atraitus. Yeah, right through here. So we're going to use these guys for now. And we're going to have them hop over to Takim. There we go. I'm also going to make another construction ship. That's going to be fairly necessary. We do need to get our starbase cap up a bit. The Destican Unity opened borders with us. That's interesting. I didn't expect them to do that. But okay. So this construction ship is now going to head into Sjoberg. It seems like these guys actually are going back to the L-Gate. I'm not going to complain about that one. So at this point, I'm okay with sitting at 0 energy credits temporarily. We're just going to patrol with these guys for right now. We're not going to build additional ships. For right now, the Slurpanor Horde are absolutely the defense plan for the moment. So that's okay. This construction ship has finished. That's going to go grab these 2 energy credits. Excellent. And what do we need? This mining world has need of a job. For right now, we're going to simply build a planetary capital. Okay, this tech world has need of a job. Easy enough. We're going to put in a research complex. That's super necessary. We do need to get caught up. This agro world has need of a job. This would require volatile motes, which we don't really have to spare. Rare crystals, on the other hand, we do, but we do need a city district here for housing. So we'll put that in for now. This agro world could use a planetary capital upgrade. This agro world could use an agriculture district. That's not really going to help our energy credits issue. A large part of our energy credits issue is our starbase cap and our naval cap. There's no doubt about that. We need to work on those. That is top priority right now, and we are working on that. We also need to bring down our overextension a bit, although that has dropped pretty dramatically, so that is excellent. Rare resource edicts plus 169%, huh? Interesting. Oh, that's the cost of those. Okay, good to know. That's fine. So for right now, these guys appear to be heading back to the L-Gate, and I'm very, very happy to see that. That is incredibly pleasing to me. And hopefully, they don't come back through. Hopefully, they target other people. That would be nice.
We grow ever stronger.
They haven't come back through over here. They might if we claim this system, and I think I'm not going to claim the system just yet. So we'll hold off on that for the moment. Should be just fine. Now, Hyamet is no longer as scary to us because we are allied with the Slurpanor Horde, so that's fine. Things are looking better since we allied with the Slurpanor Horde. They're not necessarily great. We do need a city district here on Fajantris Prime. We'll put that in. Excellent. And once our tech finishes up here, we are going to drop like 11.8 Empire Sprawl. It's not huge, but it'll help. No, we already did that. Never mind. That already finished. Okay. So we're working on our destroyer hull points. That'll be good too. We really need to be working on, like I said, our Empire Sprawl, our starbase capacity, our naval capacity, and our military tech. That is what our focus has to be on right now, and we need to get caught up quickly. So we're investing heavily into that, utilizing the temporary stability granted by the Slurpanor. Note that we also didn't lose Hiamet, so we're not going to lose any territory over here. The Slurpanor are going to fall apart, and they're going to invoke the ire of some other enemies, but for now, this is okay. We're at minus 573 energy credits. We want to grab... Actually, are we still... No, we're not still missing with that patrol fleet, are we? No, we're not. So these guys are going to move to Takim. They are going to need repairs eventually, but honestly, these guys don't really need that. In theory. They're never going to fight things, in theory. We're going to have them patrol over to Ginnog and work on the piracy over here. Now, what we really need over here is to put, like, anchorages along here, but not with this current number of starbase cap, so that's not going to be a thing. For right now, I don't want to provoke the L cluster, so we're not going to go to Yonox Maw. These guys can go up to Jazmac and build a... Actually, Intham will be slightly closer and build a starbase there. Excellent. Okay, this colony needs a city district. We'll put that in. Beautiful. This bureaucratic center could, of course, get itself an administrative office. So we'll put that in. That will, of course, continue to help our Empire Sprawl, which has come up a little bit since we last checked. 70% technology cost increase. We're about to get advanced shields. So that's good. That will be helpful for us.
Complete.
And we also got our destroyer hull points. That's going to be good too. Okay, what do we want here? I think we're going to go for the cheapest military option, which is autocannons. Next, over here, auxiliary fire control. Absolutely. Get those done nice and quickly. This tech world here requires an upgrade to its planetary administration. We'll put that in. This is currently set up as a rural world. We're going to use this to try to offset our energy credits a bit, and we're going to make this into, instead, being a generator world. We're going to put in a generator district here. Cool. What else do we have going on? Anything? I mean, we could use some upgrades on some of our defensive platforms. We're kind of backing off on constructing that, though, because we're relying on the on-paper strength of the Slurpanor to stop people from declaring on us. Now, that's not going to stop the L-Cluster guys from just being absolute jerks, but that's maybe okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and build the starbase here and see what happens. If they just go off into the Neberite again, then that's fine. We don't hate that. That's one way to eliminate a nanite fleet. Now, this is set up as an aggro world. I'm going to switch it over to a bureaucratic world. There we go. And we're going to put in an admin office here. That'll do. This forge world could use an industrial district, and we'll absolutely put that in. Excellent. Obviously, we're having some issues economically. That's to be expected. When are we going to finish up our naval cap increase? That's in 10 months. Okay, so that's going to help. It's not going to completely offset this, but we need a little bit of time here, and that's exactly what the Slurpanor are giving us. So I'm reasonably content with this. Like I said, this is not an ideal scenario, but I also, when I chose to expand in such a long tail manner, I did not anticipate being surrounded by so many enemies. A Crisis Aspirant over here. These guys are, well, they're belligerent. They're a collective they're a collective consciousness, but they're belligerent to us. And then there's also the Slurpanor getting aggressive down here. So yeah, I didn't anticipate quite how many enemies we would have early on, and that's something I probably should have done. We can go for subspace sensors if we like, or we could go for phase disruptors, and that's what we're gonna do. Phase disruptors are very solid. 6 months on our naval cap, that will be great, and all things considered, we got really lucky that they decided to pull back through the L gate. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they're being attacked in the L gate. We have no information on what's going on up there. But for right now, this is okay. The Tizru Fire Tribes are maybe going to grab Kazimar. I don't really care about Kazimar. Although we could, in theory, pump out a science chip over here and go survey that. See what we can find. I mean, maybe we want to try to grab that. This aggro world needs a job. Easy enough. And let's see. Being out of energy credits... yeah, infiltration level, we don't really care about. Minerals from jobs, we don't care about right now. And weapons damage, army damage, and shield hit points, we do not care at this exact moment. We may care later. In fact, we definitely will care later. But right now we don't. This is set up as a bureaucratic center. We'll put in an admin office there. Starbase, excellent. And we're going to grab ourselves our 6 energy credits over here. I'll set this ever so slightly by like 1%, less than 1%. This science chip is going to need a scientist, and for that we will need some energy credits. There we go. And we will put in this guy. Okay, we're going to head up to Kazimar and survey that. I don't know that we're going to get it, but we'll see. Kiamat Prime needs a planetary capital. We'll put that in. Naval cap. Excellent. Ooh, another naval cap upgrade. Do it. That's necessary. So that reduces our maintenance cost, Malice, by about half. You can see here that that did help, but it's not going to fix things. Let's see. Minerals from jobs, not really great. Cruiser build speed and build cost, not exactly what we're looking for. In all honesty, right now, we're going to go for Ripper autocannons. We're probably not going to use them, but we do need to get caught up in some of these technologies. We're going to upgrade a planetary capital over on Hadricus Prime. That'll do. And this feels like a little bit of a step back, submitting to the Great Horde like this, but honestly, it kind of isn't. This buys us most of the time that we need, I think. Let's see, city districts providing an additional clerk job would not be awful. Build cost and build speed, not terrible either. However, naval cap increased by 20% is huge. And that's what we take. So that bumps us up to 127, bringing our maintenance cost down to plus 18%. That's great. We're very, very pleased about that. Our district's mandate were fulfilled, so that's excellent. What is our new mandate? Our new mandate is orbital research. That'll happen. Okay. Sounds good to me. Starbases we're kind of ignoring for the moment. The Nebrite Annihilators took out another ancient threat. Okay, cool. Good job, Nebrite Annihilators. They haven't come back through the L cluster yet. We have to assume they're going to, but this is buying us a lot of good time. We're down to minus 400. That's great. And how much are we currently spending on stations? Starbases is 348. So if we were to get rid of this Starbase, actually that's up to plus 25 now. By grabbing these, of course, we are increasing our Starbase cap. So that's fantastic. Let's check in over here. This tech world requires a city district. We'll put that in. This agro world needs a planetary capital. Sounds good. And every month that goes by, we're getting stronger and stronger and catching up. This is important. We are absolutely getting stronger. Now, it is 23-24. We have to assume that eventually we're going to get the endgame crisis. And with our luck, it's going to spawn in our territory. But hopefully by then, we'll have caught up enough to be able to deal with that. This colony over here requires a city district. We'll put that in. This tech world is going to get a research lab. And on our capital, we need a job. And what are we going to go for here? That's a good question. I think we're going to replace our food processing centers with admin offices. Now, that's not going to fix this job issue. For now, we're going to build a generator district, and that's a higher priority. But we'll do that for now. Excellent. And we'll come back to that, try to specialize that world a bit more later on, I think. So far, so good. We have found 2 physics research out over here. Cool. Speaking of research, how's that going? Slowly. We're working on it. This tech world here requires a job. We will absolutely get a research complex. The Kashimar system has been fully surveyed, and we're going to go grab that. Now then, we would like to find a tech world out over here. I don't think Hotrum is a tech world, is it? It is. Hotrum is a tech world, so we should go assist research there. Fantastic. We'll do exactly that. Cursa requires a planetary capital, and you can definitely see our worlds are growing quickly. That is something that we do have going for us, is we knew when we first set all of this up that we were going to fall behind a bit. That was definitely always going to be a thing. However, to speak in unity, yeah. However, we knew that that was going to happen, and we were prepared for that because our pop growth is insane. We'll get there. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.